Okay guys, we're going to address a question that recently came up from one of my colleagues. It's a question that has been debated for years, even decades. So, this person was asking me, why do we always see pullback movements on the markets? Why do we have this constant back and forth, where it goes up, then it goes down, then it goes up? Why do these seemingly erratic movements occur, seemingly without any particular sense? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, up, it goes down, down, it goes up. And he was wondering why, technically, or in a larger context, depending on how you want to look at it. Why every time there's a movement, there's a counter movement, and why when there's a counter movement, there's a counter movement to the counter movement, and it ends up becoming this fractal thing where, regardless of the time frames, from daily to monthly, weekly, hourly, minutes, seconds, regardless of the time frames, we ultimately see the same patterns repeating themselves over time and in price units. And this is particularly interesting because it probably illustrates, in my opinion at least, intrinsic phenomena that are inherent to the market. So, he posed this question, and as part of an answer, I wanted to suggest, even though it's just one piece of the puzzle, I wanted to propose the idea of market making. That is to say, since the markets are composed of market makers, and given that liquidity is maintained, organized, and provided by entities with specific rights, obligations, and very precise legal constraints, it's worth exploring. Because of the way markets are structured, when I first started trading and discovered the concept of volume, I thought, okay, what determines price? It's a buyer versus a seller. I believed that when Mr. Mitchell presses the buy button at a given price for a certain number of contracts, and potentially there's Mrs. Tartampion on the other side who wants to sell for more or fewer contracts, I thought there was an algorithm that matched all of this, and that's how market orders got executed. However, technically, it's absolutely not like that. If we want to delve into the technical details, if we want to understand the intrinsic workings of the markets, we realize that it's not like that at all. Fortunately, in fact, because if it were, we would have insane levels of volatility. That's why market makers exist, to control this price volatility, and in doing so, control the price itself. That's their job. And this is where there's a sort of misunderstanding, conflicts of interest, and unclear areas. On one hand, they're accused of manipulating prices, but on the other hand, it's their job, and they are paid to do just that. They are paid to suppress volatility, to ensure that volatility doesn't become too significant, to keep prices relatively stable, and to maintain a fair auction for both buyers and sellers. So, it's a complicated job because on one hand, they have certain powers of manipulation, which are quite clear, while on the other hand, regulators also grant them very clear rights. Furthermore, they have the duty to provide liquidity, but that's part of the job. Additionally, on the other hand, there are institutions and regulators who, at the same time, may tell them, yes, you're manipulating the price. But at the same time, if they want to stay within the boundaries of volatility and be able to do their job without causing catastrophes, they are forced to manipulate prices in one way or another. This is the paradox of market making, an activity that is legal, regulated, framed, and well compensated, but it comes with many responsibilities and constraints. On the other hand, in today's technological landscape, where market makers employ high-frequency trading HFT and analyze order flow with great precision, private operators end up with dominant positions in the market. So, there you have it, this is the little thought I wanted to open.